Hey all, Russ here, RVerTV. Welcome. Check this out. I'm here at Davis Camp, just on the edge of town here at Bullhead City. I'm on the Arizona side of the Colorado River. Here's the storyboard. This is a cool little hiking area. I didn't even know it was here. Gives you some of the history of the area. I thought I'd check it out. I've had a lot of questions why I never stop in Davis Camp here. There is a day use fee, but that's okay. We're gonna go in and see the river. Look at that. Original pioneers, Powell, helped create and discover a lot of the Colorado River Basin. There's a map of it. Wow. All that drains 11% of the entire country drains down the Colorado River. Oh man, that's something. There's Davis Dam. Maybe we'll run up there too. I got a couple hours to kill, then I got to get on the road. Thought this would be a fun little stop. We are having record-breaking heat in Arizona while the rest of the country's frozen. Down in Phoenix, they're hitting 80. Up around here, it's in the 70s. Pretty good. All right, well, let's jump in the van. I'll go ahead and we'll drive into Davis Camp. It's been quite a few years since I've been back in there. Check it out. Maybe do a little more exploring on this beautiful mid-December day. It is super windy, very gusty here along the Colorado River. All right, we're all in. $10 day use fee. Camping's right around $30. They do have hookups and dry camping here. All right, this is the north end called North Beach. I'm gonna drive all the way to the end, then we'll work our way back. Old buildings from way back when they built the dam. All the workers stayed through here. That's how Davis Camp was created. The history here along the Colorado goes way, way back. There's restrooms there. There are just dozens of dry camping places, day use. Little canopies down there, the picnic table. I'll drive back down through there. These people don't know I'm behind them, huh? There they see me. Out enjoying a morning walk. Very good. Kind of got the place to myself here. There's not a single car. Anything down through here. A set of restrooms. And we're getting close to the end. The actual dam is right over that hill off to the right. Well, I'll pull off here and we'll take a little peek, see if we can see the dam. Well, you're gonna hear the wind on the microphone, sorry. See the power lines up there, part of the power system for the dam, big grid. That thing's been generating a lot of power. That creates Lake Mojave. Can't drive down there any farther. Can you imagine? They built it back in the what, the 50s, I believe. Being here as a worker. That river is low. They are holding water back, but they control it. It's controlled out of Hoover Dam, then this one, clear down into Havasu. So they control the flows. They know what they're doing, hopefully. But that water is way, way down. What a contrast in color, isn't it? Blue water against all the brown and red rock. All right, well, I'll drive down. We'll walk down towards the water. See a couple people fishing down there. I have never camped here. I should. One of these days. Wow, we can walk way down to the water line here. My goodness. I bet it's down a good 5-6 feet. Looks like, or more. That's okay. In the summertime, believe it or not, when during the heat, believe it or not, these beaches are packed. All the boaters come up here. They got jet skis and boats. They beach your boat right here. And it is just a big water world for boats. There's the dam. Now you can see it a little better. Looks like a few folks fishing up that way, right below the dam. Now, we're the Arizona side. The water is the state line. Usually they lay it out middle of the river. But water being this low, we might be in Nevada. We don't even know it. Go figure. That wind has a little bite to it. Now the temperature in the van said about 64 degrees. Still morning. That water is just crystal clear. You can see the bottom. And Davis Dam. Well, what I'll do is I'll just keep driving down farther. I think there's a museum here somewhere we can go check out too. Well, you can see pretty good size. I got cover, little pavilion covers, picnic table per site, little barbecue. Like I said earlier, a lot of the boaters, you know, they just beach your boats and jet skis. And this beach will fill up. I've gone across the bridge going over to Laughlin and look up this way, and it's just boater central. Not in the middle of December, is it? Speaking of which, after this, I'm heading down to Lake Havasu, gonna film the London Bridge Christmas lights. That's next on the list, coming up on RVerTV. Can't believe it. Holiday season is here. And with this warm weather, it doesn't even feel like it. Which, I guess that's a good thing. I know a lot of people, it's cold everywhere else. All right, well, let's cruise on down a little ways. All right, here we go. Check out the dry camp area here. You can take the charter boat from Riverside. It'll come upstream and turn around at the dam. But I did check it. They're closed down right now because of the low water level. It says that right on their website of Riverside Casino. I've taken that boat ride and it's very informative. The whole thing's like a big history lesson. Wow, I can't believe I'm the only one here. Look at this. Which space you want? Do I need a reservation? Heck no. All right, well, we'll just cruise the whole length of the park here. Then maybe we'll head up towards the dam. How's that for a plan? Heck yeah. Now, to me, I'd rather be down at this end. You're a lot closer to the water. And they're spaced out a little bit. Oh, here's the same people walking. Oh, wow. How did I miss that? I gotta pull in here. Look at all the storyboards. I drove right past here. Maybe it's info on the dam. Yeah, check it. Drove right past here. And it's fenced. See what we got. Protecting the past. Petroglyphs. Viewing petro... Wow. They have them here. Who knew? Well, let's find some. Right up there. They're kind of hard to see. I never knew they had petroglyphs here. I'll be darned. There's got to be more. Those were kind of faded, hard to see, but there are definitely ancient petroglyphs here. Well, let's go see what the other storyboards say. That wind is cutting right through me. In the shade like this, you need a jacket. What's this one? River Dreams. Native Americans that were here way before us. Wow. Well, let me go up the other end. There's better light. Well, more of the Colorado. You know, Colorado River used to flood through here. There was no dams to control the flow. Some of the places would flood a mile wide. Oh, I see some. They are up in there, petroglyphs. Let me get up here, better light. Singing stone. Shows them carving it. Rock on rock. That had taken some time. Let's see if I can zoom in on some. They're in there. They're kind of faded, but they are all over the place. There's hundreds of them. You see the white lines? They're kind of faded out, but they are definitely in there. That one rock up there has quite a few. Hundreds and hundreds of years old. What's this one? Well, that's showing them all over the river. Kind of like when we were down at the Intaglia's down in Blythe. That's right along the river, those giant ancient artworks. Let me get around the corner. Maybe I can zoom in, get a little better look. They're a little farther away. Oh, I see some. That one rock is just covered in it. So is the one next to it. You have to look hard. A lot of them are very small, but they're all over in here. Go figure. Well, what's this one? Then and now. From the old river that wasn't controlled and flooded to now it's casinos and big dams. There's a picture of the steamboats. You Used to roll up through here. Well, that is absolutely amazing. They go clear up to the top of that hill. Small petroglyphs just everywhere in here. That is something I never knew. If you get a chance, heck, it's worth coming in here just to see this. There's more. That one's big. But if you look hard enough, the little stones all around the bigger ones have them. Wonder what the meaning is for it. Too cool for school. Heck yeah. Alright, well, wonder what else we can find back in here. Never knew. That's interesting. You think of it just as a beachside camping area. No, that kind of history. Alright, that's pretty much the north end. Take one last look here. Swift current, swim at your own risk. You bet. This Colorado River is dangerous. Even at the low water, that water is really moving. Big old wash here. All the rains we had a few weeks ago, all these washes, it flooded around here at Bullhead City. They had major flooding. Alright, well, let me go back, grab the van. I wasn't expecting that stop. That's cool. Thank goodness they're saving it. It's all fenced. That wind. I feel like I've been in a wind tunnel. It's really moving. Alright, well, let's take the 37-cent tour down here. It says swim area. Aha, there's the hookups. That whole row there has power hookups. That wouldn't be bad. Down on this end, you'd start seeing the lights of the casinos and whatnot. Alright, take a quick look. Yeah, your hookup view would be up there. Swing around. There's your swim beach, totally dry. So you'd actually just take your chair down there and pretend you're swimming. Well, they can raise that water up in a hurry, though, once they start releasing water out of the dams. I know Lake Mead's in trouble. It's been on all the local news here. Lake Mead is back in trouble again. They're estimating by spring it's going to be back at record low levels, which is not good. Depends on our winter. Hopefully we get a big winter. Okay. Let's head for the South Beach. Yeah, I'll jump up to the dam up top. I need to head down to Havasu here in about another hour and a half. Get ready to start filming the bridge. London Bridge at Christmas. One of my new favorite holiday things to do. Looks like their maintenance yard there. More day use, big parks. Green grass in the desert, hard to do. It gets brutal hot. Laughlin, Bullhead City, Needles, this whole Colorado River basin that goes all the way down, clear down into Blythe. It can get close to the same temperatures as Death Valley. I mean, it gets hot, hot. We got housing in here. Maybe it's for the rangers and state workers. There's a Mojave County truck there. Ah, here you go. Here's their RV park, and look how close those sites are. You are stacked in there. But be a short walk to get over the casinos. I bet there's long-term in here. I bet they rent them by the month. Have to look into that. Oh, there's that old church. We'll stop and check that on the way out of here. Well, that big old motorhome there, he's on the end. He's got him a view. Not only of the river, let me make a turn. There's all your casinos. You know, at night, they really colorize all their lights. It's really pretty. The Laughlin skyline at night. Right, this is called South Beach down here. Let's take a little ride. There's their bike trail. That would take you up to the bridge. I still can't believe I'm the only one down here. My goodness. Another big grassy area. Ah, the boat launch. Here's their boat launch. So all the parking, you park your trailer here. And you'd be launching out on rocks. That's why no one's here. Water's too low. All right, a little peek at the bridge. I've crossed that thing 100 times. This is where you always see all the boaters, and the beaches are usually just full and packed down here. All right, we reach the end. Well, on our way out, we'll stop, check that church, then head up to the dam. I'm kind of enjoying this. I haven't been down in here, and it's kind of cool. No one else is here. For more information on my channel, be sure to check out my website, RVerTV.tv. There you sign up for a newsletter. Putting one out once a month now. Got all kinds of cool stuff. Armchair Traveler Series, coffee mugs, hats, shirts are available at our merch shop. We got downloadable puzzles, articles, pictures about previous travels, future travels, all that good stuff is on there too. Once again, it's RVerTV.tv, and I appreciate it very much. I can feel the wind is pushing the van even at this low speed. It's like driving a sheet of plywood through the wind. That's so big. Big flat sides on it. All right, here's that little church. Let me just sneak in here and park a minute. I'll walk over. And here's a little storyboard. What do we got? The trail system. So you got hiking and biking trails all around the river between Laughlin and the dam, both sides. So you can actually go across the dam over in Nevada and come back, do a big loop. What's this one? Oh man. Telling you all the flies that are around here. They'll eat you up. Wow, I never knew that either. Petroglyphs to flies. And what do we got here? Ooh, the old church. Oh, it dates way back. It's part of the history of back when the workers were building the dam. It says museum, but I don't think the museum's back down in Bullhead City now. I don't think this is the museum anymore. Doesn't matter, I'll walk over. Well, there it is, old time church. Wonder how many people went in there. Thousands, I bet. Tens of thousands. Was that a big old fireplace there or something, huh? I'll be darned. That's old. And an old shack that's seen better days. Looks like the window's new. Right along this busy highway too. A lot of traffic nonstop. Well, Bullhead City is a major little metropolis now, and with Laughlin being so popular. To me, I'd rather come to Laughlin any day of the week than go to Vegas. If you want entertainment, gaming, whatever. Super RV friendly, and you don't get all the resort fees. It's still halfway affordable. Well, what do you think? Want to head up top? Go up top of the dam, take a sneak peek. Go up Lake Mojave. Want to be nosy and drive past all the RVs? Heck yeah. I mean, what a great location, but you are stacked in here. See how the RVs barely fit lengthwise? It's all about being here at the water. Well, maybe some of the end sites wouldn't be bad to stay in. Or if you had like something like the van here or something, would be alright. Something small. Well, I hope this answered the questions that I've had about Davis Camp here. It's definitely worth coming here, in my opinion. And those petroglyphs, that was amazing. That I never knew. I've been coming to this area for a lot of years. I never knew they had petroglyphs back in here like that. That was just cool. All right, let's head up towards the dam. Okay, off to the right, there is Lake Mojave, and we're entering Davis Dam. Crossing it right now. You can't drive all the way across. This was actually the old highway way before they built the other bridges. You had to drive across here. Same way up at Hoover Dam. That was the original road to get through. You had no choice. I remember a long time ago driving across Hoover, and everyone hated it because it was so slow. And see there, they have it all blocked off. You can actually walk straight over to Nevada, about the middle of the dam. All right, just take a quick look over the edge here, and we'll see where we were earlier. Well, straight across, there's Nevada. And what are they doing down there? That crane's moving. Wow. Let me zoom in on this. They're doing maintenance. Looks like the top of the turbine. They've taken it off and they're moving them. That crane is moving. That's something. You never see them work on these things. And it's paid for. I remember this sign now. All these dams, they've been generating power that long. But Lake Mojave, it goes up a lot of miles. Holds back a ton of water. Well, that's pretty darn cool. It looks like they're going to go pick up that end piece way down there. Want to watch it for a minute? See them move it? Well, there's a diagram of how they get the power. See, the water flows right down through where they're working. Maybe that's why they're holding the water back, so they can do maintenance on this thing. I bet that's it. Well, I've been waiting a few minutes. They picked up that big cap, and now they're going to move it back and put it over top of that one turbine. So it looks like they're working on two of them. There's still parts laying over. Wow, that's big time work, isn't it? That's something. That thing's swinging up there in this wind. That thing's so heavy it doesn't matter. All right, they got it set in place. Not bad. Looks like they got one more to finish. Well, that's neat. I've never seen work like that ever being done. Now, far out, that brownish grass area, that's Nevada. That's a park. That's on the Nevada side. I've been over there a few times. You can bicycle. They even have horse trails over there. You can ride horses and stuff. Well, pretty darn cool. We got to see a little repair work on Davis Dam here. All right, well, we say we'll keep on trucking. I'll stop. We'll check the lake on the way out. They've really fixed up a lot of this area in here. They added new trails, fishing areas, all kinds of cool stuff. When I first started coming up in here, it wasn't near this nice. Well, the lake level here is definitely full. They're holding it back. All right, let me park up here. I'll take another quick walk.
Excuse me.
Yeah, there's almost no water line. Definitely full. But see, all this is brand new. The last couple years, they've fixed all this up. Just to the north of here is Catherine's Landing. It's a big boating marina. There's campgrounds. I'm not going to drive up in there today. I'll make that for another time. There's how they built the dam, big earthen dam. All the rock they hauled in here. Absolutely amazing. Even that sign's new. It used to be an old faded out sign. And there's your Lake Mojave. What a color contrast. Dark blue against that old red rock. And looks like a little bit more in the dam there. Construction. And fishing is huge here. The sign's about the fish. Way up on the other side of this lake here is Willow Beach. There's a fish hatchery up there. That's when you're getting up pretty close to Hoover Dam and all that. So it's definitely well stocked with fish. Even here, I'm the only one here. I don't think I've ever come up here without other people, either hiking, biking, or something. Well, I just thought of something. We got to check out one more thing here. Got to go see if the goats are on Goat Island. I didn't look when we were in town. I got to head back through there anyway, heading down to Havasu, Lake Havasu. On this side of the river, I gotta cut over a lane here, get through this intersection. There's a little island, and it's done by Riverside Casino. There's a bunch of goats they take care of. They live on the island. I call it Goat Island. I don't know what anyone else calls it. See, I gotta make a right up in here. Usually where all the truckers park. Here it is. See, there's the riverside. And it should be right down there. You get turned around, I'll park. I see a few RVs in here. I didn't know you could dry camp in here. Maybe overnight. Because there's water taxis. You can take a water taxi and go over across the river to the casino. Look out, little birdies. This looks good. I'll show you Goat Island here. There they are. Waiting for dinner. They're looking out there saying, hey, we're hungry. Bring some grub. They're well taken care of. But they got goats on that little island there. There's one of the water taxi terminals right there. There's your Riverside Casino, but you can just see how low. I bet even those water taxis got to be careful. They'll hit bottom. But goats live right here in Bullhead City. Well, there's the bridge. That's where we were, just on the other side. Davis Camp. Straight across, let me zoom in. See that boat? That's our tour boat, but it's shut down for the season. They said due to low water level. Well, one more stop on our way down to Havasu. There's a Colorado Bell. That place is abandoned, it's empty. They keep saying they're gonna redevelop that, but no one has yet. There's a museum down here. A little bit about the Colorado River. Let's run down, check it. Here it is, that building there. Wow, look at all the RVs. They must have an RV show going. I bet all them guys will head down to Quartzsite. Let's see, it's December, January, they start setting up down there. Bet it's the same dealer. There's your little red schoolhouse. There's a huge park. Huge. They got beach access. It's a Bullhead City Community Park. It's a lot of RVs in there. Fairly new. This was built not too long ago. Big old derrick there for mining. A lot of mining history. There's a old gold mine called Catherine's Mine. produced a bunch of gold. That must be what? Replica of the dam, Davis Dam. Tribute to the dam and the engineer, director of it. And more info about Bullhead City here. Bullhead City had a different name. I forget. I think it's in the museum here. Forget what it was. Museum, Historical Society, Colorado River, and more RVs. All right, let's go on in. History about Oatman, way back in the 1800s. Fort Mojave history in here, Colorado River. A lot of old artifacts, maps.
No, I don't need to do anything. I just kind of wanted to see the lay of the.
And Catherine Mine, right up in the hills from here. Big time gold. But they mined out these places in a hurry. The mines didn't last that long. And all the early settlers that came through created all this. Pictures of the old steamboats. Used to run the river. There's even pictures of that down in the Quartzsite Museum about the steamers. They weren't huge. Here it is. Hardyville, that's what it was. I was trying to think of it. This area used to be called Hardyville. Right after that guy right there. Hardyville site. The markers, that Safeway would be heading south yet from here. Probably about a mile. And Fort Mojave boarding school. A lot of old history here. And more artifacts looks like they found from the school.
All right, so you got in. Oh, I saw it again.
And a little more history about the dam, creating it. That's a nice picture. It's when the water used to come out. Well, we got, artifacts from the casinos. Don Laughlin, Colorado Bell. Don Laughlin built this place, this whole area on the Nevada, and probably this side too. Hello, operator, old switchboard. Even rodeo uniforms in here. All right, they were kind enough to let me outside here. They got storyboards, big mural on the back of the schoolhouse. A lot of history about the wildlife around here. All the birds. Follow the river. Snakes. Ooh. Tortoises. Nice mural, huh? Fun little stop. It's all by donation. There's no fees to get in here. They're saving history. Gotta appreciate it. And there's one of my relatives. Distant cousin. Feel like a dinosaur someday. Well, that's even a big fossil here. Looks like a footprint, something in there. With RVs and casinos in the background. If that dinosaur would come back and say, "What the heck did you do here?" Pretty garden. Well, if you're down around here, put this on your list. Neat little museum, saving history, free to get into. They do ask for a donation, though. Well, we are getting down to the end of the year, literally. My goodness, it's almost over. I'm heading to Havasu, gonna do the Christmas lights and bridge and all that for Christmas. But also, don't forget, there's still more video coming up from last summer's travel. This summer's, still this year. There's over 6 videos of Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, you name it. You're going to see it very soon right here in RVerTV. Journey continues. Talk soon.